Hi everyone. All right, so here I have chapter one PowerPoint pulled up. Okay, so I'm going to be kind of rotating between the PowerPoint. I'm going to be rotating through the book and just kind of covering some of the key points. All right, so I'm doing them in small videos, as I've mentioned, kind of in the review instructional welcome video that I posted a little bit earlier. So we are in chapter one. Chapter one is the physical wellness portion, and it is broken down into the exercise segment first. The nutrition side of it will be in chapter two. Okay, so here is that very vibrant pinwheel, so to speak, that you will see and hear me reference to every single time we talk throughout this semester or this class. This is going to be one of the key concepts of this course. So this pinwheel, what this represents, is an ultimate balanced, well-rounded lifestyle. Okay, so you can see balance right there in the middle, and you can see all those components coming off the edge of the balance in the circle. Okay. You will see around it the 8 dimensions that encompass an overall well and healthy lifestyle. Balance is the ultimate key. Okay, balance is going to be the answer to question number 2 on the exam. It is simply going to state what is the key to an overall healthy and well lifestyle. Balance is the ultimate answer. Okay, none of these aspects are more important than the other one. Okay, and you can kind of see the arrow pointing to the physical aspect, and that's just simply indicating where we are in the current discussion. Chapter 1, the physical portion, and you can see physicals broken down into 2 components, exercise and nutrition. Exercise is the first chapter and nutrition is the second chapter. Okay, so if you flip to page 14 of your textbook, you can see there are a ton of benefits to exercise. Okay, some that we may think of a lot. Okay, and I'm going to flip to that really quick. It's going to help us manage our body composition. It's going to increase our metabolism. It's going to give us a full range of motion. It might help with our posture. Many different factors, and some that you may not even think of. And here you can see that it's going to help with our energy levels. It may help us sleep a little bit more efficiently or effectively. It alleviates stress, which can be a key benefit for you right now being in college. Okay, it's going to help with our self-confidence, our self-image, and it also helps with counteracting with anxiety and depression. Okay, so you can see a big solid list of those on page 14 carrying over to page 15. The better question I ask is why not? Okay, why do we not exercise? Why would we not want to exercise? Okay, and that takes us to a stat that is really pretty alarming. Okay, this is going to be on the exam. You will need to know this for the exam, that 7 out of 10 Americans die each year due to some sort of chronic disease. Okay, some sort of chronic disease. 7 out of 10 Americans die each year, most of which are preventable. Okay, so a lot of different classifications of chronic disease. Some of them being cardiovascular diseases, which are like your heart diseases and your strokes, cancers, diabetes, and so on and so forth. Okay, so 7 out of 10 Americans die each year from some sort of chronic disease, in which we like to say most of them are preventable. Okay, so why do we worry about this now? Okay, your prevention starts now. Okay. We're all different ages in the classroom. Regardless of where you are in whatever aspect of your life you're in, your prevention is going to start now. Okay, and the reason for that is there's a lot of data and a lot of research that has been completed, and it says that if you leave college without adapting a positive and healthy lifestyle, you are much less likely to ever adapt to that lifestyle. Okay, and that is key. Why? Because you're in charge of your life right now. Some of you may have kids. Okay, some of you may want to get married. Some of you may look after a niece or a nephew, or have someone that looks up to you as a role model. Okay, they're gonna do what you do and what you portray. Okay, if you want to have and expect them to have a healthy lifestyle, we need to start adapting to that now. Okay. This is probably the deepest that this class is going to get. Okay, and this is dealing with the physiological aspect or the physiological component of the body and the energy systems. And I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit, and we're just going to skim the surface of this. Okay, so we have three main energy systems. All right, immediate, non-oxidative, and oxidative. Okay, a couple things I want to point out before we get into the slide. Okay, if we expect our body to move and if we need our body to function on a daily basis, we need energy. Okay. Our body obtaining and using energy comes down to economics of the body, a supply and a demand relationship. Supply being the food, and demand being the activities we want to do that day. Our daily necessities: getting up, walking to your car, brushing your teeth, so on and so forth. All of our daily activities, and then topple that onto our whatever exercise routine that we're trying to maintain. Okay, so we have a supply and we have a demand. Okay, our supply, remember, is our food. Our food is converted into ATP, which you'll see numerous times on this slide here, and then the ATP is used either aerobically or anaerobically. Okay, so that's kind of skimming the surface of the physiological aspect of the energy systems. Okay, so taking back to the slide here, you'll see that we have three different energy systems: the immediate, the non-oxidative, and the oxidative. All right. What are some of the big differences in them? Okay, and you'll see the very first thing you'll see is the time period, or the length of time that our body is functioning. Okay, for a very short energy system, or I'm sorry, for a very short burst of energy, we're going to use the immediate energy system. For something that's a little bit longer, we're going to use the oxidative, anything over 2 minutes. Okay. One of the other biggest differences is going to be whether or not oxygen is used, and that is only used in the oxidative energy system. Okay, so you can see this chart gives you a little bit of sample activity so you can kind of understand, but you can see the oxidative energy system is only used when we are, it is only used when we are participating in activities greater than 2 minutes. Okay, so anything greater than 2 minutes, our oxidative energy system kicks in, and there will be some key points that we're going to talk about on the next slide that will explain to you why it's important that we use that energy system. Okay. Last but not least, I just wanted to give a little bit more explanation on the energy system and when it shifts between the three different ones. Okay, the exercise time is what's going to dictate whether or not, whether the oxidative energy system or the non-oxidative or the immediate energy system is used. Okay, so our body shifts between the three energy systems without us even knowing. Okay, we don't pull a trigger and then all of a sudden we switch to the next energy system. That does that automatically. It is based off of the actual time. Okay, the more that we exercise at a higher intensity, which we're going to talk about exercise intensity in just a little bit, but the more we use the exercise intensity, the greater energy needs we're going to need. Okay, the greater energy needs we're going to need, the more oxygen we're going to need. Okay, the more energy we use, the higher or the more fat, body fat is used. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're tapping into all three of those energy systems so we can make sure that we are burning not only carbs but fat as well. Okay, one other key point is that all three of our energy systems are going to use carbs when we're working out. Okay, whether you're in the immediate energy system, like you're going to do a quick lift, or you're in the long-term, the oxidative energy system, and you're going out for a 30-minute jog. Okay, all of them will use carb. However, the only energy system that uses fat stores that are built up is going to be the oxidative energy system. Okay, so it is important that we shift between all three of those energy systems. It is important that we do quick bursts of energies, movements within the immediate energy system, and it is important that we tap into energy or activities longer than 2 minutes, so we tap into the oxidative energy system. So that is where we're going to leave off with energy systems. When I come back on, we will go ahead, or my next video is going to start talking about the progression principles, how to set up a workout plan, and the different types of working out. So that is energy systems in a nutshell, and I will be back on in a little bit and have a new video for you guys to get the information for the workout principles. So have a good day.